Tony D and Little Joan with three different trailers. They don't really have a theme. First is the Mouse of Horrors, a bad pun. Then there's the last Showgirl, starring Dave Bautista and Pamela Anderson. And finally, there's Singing in My Sleep, about a girl who's sings. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 16. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. This is bizarre. It's Mouse of Horrors is about a mutated mouse and a crazy doctor who orders the mutated mouse to run through the amusement park and murder people and steal their body parts. It looks gross and stupid. I don't recognize any of the actors. It looks like it's trying to capitalize on Terrifier. I guess it's supposed to be like a horror version of Mickey Mouse. Maybe. So, first act, a group of teenagers go to a carnival, and there's a evil mouse there they don't know yet. And the doctor tells them to go collect a bunch of body parts. Second act, he starts randomly murdering them and stealing their body parts, and they're trying to escape the park. They can't get out for various reasons, and then they eventually turn the tables on the mouse, and he dies. It looks needlessly bloody and achingly stupid. So, there you go. There's no synopsis. I mean, I don't see what the synopsis would be other than here's a movie where a bunch of people get murdered, but let's say Mouse of Horrors. I mean, it's like, did you come out with this title and go, this will be hilarious? Just seems dumb. A group of friends get trapped at an amusement park and strike out an attempt to survive against a mutated rat known as the Killer. That doesn't make any sense to me. Director is Brandon Pertrizio. Writers Harry Boxley and Mark Gottlieb. Looks just awful. Wouldn't watch it. No interest. And so there's that. Next up is Pamela Anderson in The Last Showgirl. So she's part of some troupe, and Dave Bautista is in it. I don't know. These are not actors who I would say, oh, wow, the range on Pamela Anderson and Dave Bautista, that's going to be good. Maybe Pamela, I would give the edge to Pamela Anderson. I think she's at least been working at it, and this seems to be a role built for her. A film by Gia Coppola. I do not trust any of the Coppola kids. I don't know if I trust Francis Ford Coppola after Megalopolis. But apparently it's about an aging showgirl and her show ending, and then she has to go on and do other things, and it's very dramatic. Transformative performance. Pamela Anderson is an actress reborn? I don't know about that. She looks good, when she has her makeup on. So it's coming soon, written by Kate Gertzen and directed by Gia Coppola. Seems, seems like, let's see, what first act, it's the last show. They're closing down and she has to move on. She was once this great showgirl. They once treated them great. A seasoned showgirl must plan for her future when the show abruptly closes after a 30-year run. Yeah, so she's been doing this a long time. It closes. Dave Bautista, I guess, is her husband or friend or coworker. And so now she has to live life on her own. And, what is she going to do after being a showgirl for 30 years? Right? And she's struggling again. Last act, I don't know, she finds some new job or doesn't, dies in a ditch. I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like, First off, it's not a very interesting movie to me. I mean, it's a drama of some kind. I just don't associate dramas with Dave Bautista and Pamela Anderson. You can't build a career on your body and then turn around and say, "Oh, now I'm an actor." I would say you have to do that acting in the beginning too. Now, Dave Bautista, I always liked him as Dax. That's about the only thing I like him in. Pamela Anderson, I mean, in Baywatch, that's all I know her from. I mean, maybe if she had kept up doing action movies like Barbed Wire, I mean, maybe she's good. I don't know. She's not stupid. I'll say that. She's got some, she's got some smarts, but I just don't know. It's not wowing me. I'm not seeing the range here, but maybe it is. I probably wouldn't say it. And finally, there's Singing in My Sleep, starring Malin Akerman, who used to do like Children's Hospital on Adult Swim and all sorts of comedies. Now she sort of does hotel movies as the mom, and she's playing the mom here, and this girl's the main character. And the premise is her dad was a famous singer, and she has a famous last name, and she's a singer too, and then her father leaves her a song, and the song's very special, and she's asked to go on tour, and they only asked her because of her last name, and she has feelings and feelings and feelings. Starring Jessica Belkin and Malin Akerman. Apparently there's original music in it, so there's that. Melanie Fontana and Lindgren, whoever they are, writer-producers for BTS, blah, 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 blah. So various famous music people are doing the music, so that's something. I mean, I don't like any of the current music, really, so not something for me, but I guess if you do. So first act, her dad's dead. They ask her to go on tour. She's not so sure about it. She's trying to make her own career. She doesn't want to be her dad. She has daddy issues. Second act, she agrees to go on tour or whatever it is. And she brings her boyfriend, who I guess, or a friend who she's in love with, and she explores old footage of her dad, and there's all emotion, and she goes out. Her mom teaches her take a chance by jumping off a bridge into a river, and I don't know. It's a bunch of feelings, and then at the end, there's a resolution of some kind. I don't know. Kind of looks boring to me. Singing in My Sleep. Let's see what the synopsis is. A brilliant teenage songwriter is stuck living in the shadow of her deceased dad's musical legacy when the 20-year anniversary of his debut album forces her to face his abandonment. Nilk Wilson writes and directs. Yeah, not for me. It's just not for me. Is it good? I don't know. Just looks boring to me. I would rather see a comedy with Malin Akerman. But I don't know. Maybe it's good. I wouldn't expect any nudity in it. Feels like a hotel movie, though. Feels like a movie you'd see in a hotel. All right, so let's stack them up. So Singing in My Sleep, The Last Showgirl, and Mouse of Horrors. God, what a Sophie's choice this is. What would be on the bottom? Probably this Mouse of Horrors. I mean, it just looks like dumb and bloody, and I don't like bloody, senseless bloody. It just looks like a senseless slasher. So yeah, that doesn't appear to appeal to me at all. Number 2, I guess it's got to be this Singing in My Sleep movie. Maybe just because the leads are kind of cute, I guess, but not really. Maybe the original music would be good, but I doubt it. And then at the top, somehow The Last Showgirl, which doesn't look good to me at all. I really don't want to see any of these movies. I know some of you complained on the comments that I hate everything. Well, show me something good. I mean, none of these movies look great. You know? I get it. Like, Pamela Anderson's trying to stretch, but you should take a couple of movies to like gear up for that, right? Like, I can't even think of a serious movie that Pamela Anderson was in. I mean, if you can, do you count Barbed Wire? Like, she's got to make a few movies where she just plays like a side character and actually does a good job, I would say. Now she's going to star in The Last Showgirl. I mean, it's not the worst casting ever. Dave Bautista, I don't know why he's in it, quite frankly. If he's not going to be a musclehead, now he's going to be an actor? Yeah, I don't see it. But he has a name, I guess. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Gee, I wonder why the box office is only around 70 million a week now. Catch me at my event on Saturday. I'll be at the Northfield Flea Market from 8 a.m. to 2. I hear it's an amazing flea market. This is the first time I'm doing it. I think it's their 8th year or something. So check that out. Hope to see you there. We'll see you tomorrow.